In the previous episode, we saw that Whis and Beerus went to Earth in search of Gohan to help train Broly, the legendary Saiyan. And to everyone's surprise, not only did Broly manage to control his rage, but he also unlocked a brand new transformation, which he named Legendary Super Saiyan Beast. Now, Broly possesses the most overwhelming raw power among all Saiyans, and this will be incredibly useful in defeating Frieza in the future, not to mention he is the perfect mortal candidate to replace Beerus as God of Destruction. However, Whis believes that Goku and Vegeta must train to surpass their current transformations in order to secure victory against the Saiyans' greatest enemy. But how will Goku and Vegeta accomplish this? Well, we'll find out that and much more in this epic episode of Dragon Ball Super: The Saiyans' Revenge. Beerus Planet. After intense training with Broly, Vegeta asked Gohan to return to Earth, which bothered Goku's son. Gohan also wanted to stay and continue training to fight Frieza. But Vegeta convinced him, saying that Gohan was already strong enough and that someone needed to stay on Earth to protect it, even if Piccolo and the others were there. Seeing Vegeta's attitude, Whis congratulated him, saying that Vegeta was truly becoming a great leader. Vegeta was surprised by the angel's words, so Whis explained that he had witnessed everything that had happened in the past few weeks. He revealed that he saw Vegeta training his grandson from the future, all to protect a reality he didn't even belong to. And although interfering with time was forbidden, both Whis and Beerus agreed that it was a noble action. Whis also said he saw the Saiyans who landed on Earth and how that changed Vegeta's mindset, but in the end, everything settled down. In Whis' words, Vegeta was acting as a true king should, protecting and caring for his people, even if the vast majority on Earth weren't Saiyans. After that, Gohan was teleported back to Earth while Broly went to rest from the harsh training beside Chi Lai, leaving Beerus, the God of Destruction, feeling very jealous. After lunch, Whis and Beerus were ready to begin Goku and Vegeta's training. Whis then said, "Okay, let's begin. First, I want you to understand the foundation of this next training. And even though it sounds simple, mastering it can be very easy or extremely difficult, depending on the level of spiritual calmness you're able to achieve. You must balance two techniques or two transformations and keep them connected and working in perfect sync." Goku then asked, "Got it. I know exactly how that works. In the Tournament of Power, I was able to connect Kaioken with Super Saiyan Blue. That wasn't so hard, honestly, so I guess I'm already a step ahead, right?" "Wrong," Beerus answered. "Why do you think the angels are so powerful? And why are we, the gods of destruction, beneath them?" Goku responded, "If I remember correctly, the gods of destruction don't fully control Ultra Instinct or something like that." Beerus replied, "Close, but there's more behind the power gap between a god of destruction and an angel. The truth is, we can't use all our techniques and abilities simultaneously, not both passive/defensive and active/offensive ones. Whenever a god of destruction fights, he has to switch between these abilities. Of course, we do it so well it's nearly unnoticeable, that's why it seems like we can do everything at once. But we can't. And no, what you did in the Tournament of Power wasn't the same. By combining Kaioken with Blue, you merged two offensive active techniques/transformations. That's easy. The hard part is doing the opposite," Beerus concluded. Goku was completely confused, but Vegeta seemed to understand everything the God of Destruction was trying to say. Vegeta then remembered Jiren and how he fought. He said, "That's why Jiren was so powerful." Whis replied, "Bingo! So, you remember that talk we had right here? Congratulations on being so analytical, Vegeta. Anyway, Jiren, just like the gods of destruction, couldn't use passive and active techniques at the same time. But he got close. That's why he fought calmly and struck at the perfect moment. That's also why Jiren is known as the mortal who came closest to becoming a god of destruction." Goku then asked, "But how are we supposed to do that?" Whis responded, "Well, that's the problem. There's no specific training for it, you both will have to find your own solution. But if Jiren could do it, then you too can as well. And there's one more thing in your favor. Both of you have already learned passive and active techniques. In your case, Goku, you used Ultra Instinct and Kaioken. And Vegeta, well, he learned spiritual control from the Yard Rats on a level even you didn't, Goku. In fact, Vegeta might be one step ahead. He mastered the forced spirit fission technique. The fact that he understood how Jiren fought proves that Vegeta could read the enemy's spirit, even if at the time he wasn't fully capable of doing so. In other words, Vegeta is the more spiritually attuned of the two. Still, I believe you can surprise us, Son Goku. Vegeta then said, "Alright, I know how to train. I'll meditate and try to balance Ultra Ego with forced spirit fission. You should do the same, Kakarot. Try to remember when you first learned Kaioken and when you unlocked Ultra Instinct. Try to recreate the feeling that exploded inside you when those techniques first flowed through your body. I think that's the right path." Heading in opposite directions, Goku and Vegeta began meditating, trying to find the perfect connection point between their passive and active techniques. Hours passed, then days, weeks. The worst part was the hunger and thirst. The needs of a mortal body made everything harder, but both kept meditating until the first month passed, and Whis decided it was time to test them. Whis said, "Alright, let's see how far you've come in this training. I'll attack you both with the same form and speed. Whoever stays standing is the winner and proves to be further along, ready to awaken this new ability. Use everything you've learned and try to withstand me. Here I come." Whis then rushed at Goku and Vegeta with incredible speed, striking both at once. The impact was massive, but they both tried to hold their ground using their transformations. However, in the end, Goku, even with his Ultra Instinct, was left on the ground, shocked but amazed. Vegeta, on the other hand, remained standing, unharmed, with a new transformation. His hair and body glowed with a radiant emerald hue. And just as was predicted, Vegeta had surpassed Goku and unlocked a new transformation. Now, just like Broly, Vegeta was ready to face Frieza. Only Goku remained.